Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Innerfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. As I say every week, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths of God. Now is the time we take a deep cleansing breath, all the way down to the soles of our feet. We quiet our bodies, and we quiet our minds. In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through my every fear. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. Is in this very room. Oh yes, there's quite enough love, quite enough peace, and quite enough power right here in this very room. Give me one moment in time when I'm all I knew I could be, oh, why then, in that one moment in time, I will be, oh yes, we will be free. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime when you live each moment in time. Let it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm all I knew I could be. Oh, I then, in that one moment in time, I will be, oh yes, we will be free. Oh, yeah, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Well, once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever or whenever time you're viewing this. We want to welcome you to Innerfaith Spiritual Center online service. As I said in the beginning, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths of God. Our mission is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. Now, we want to let you know that if you are having a birthday, anniversary, any kind of celebration, and it just happens to be my birthday.
And the Peanut Gallery is here.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
You have been with Dr. Sharon for 15 years.
Yes, I have.
And a few months ago, whatever it was, I was asked to step in for her. Mm-hmm. And the way that you and I work together is phenomenal. And so I have this something for you.
Thank you
for
so
your birthday.
much. Thank you. Well, you know what? I'll open it afterwards, but I'm sure it's a really wonderful surprise.
It is.
Is it? Oh, thank you.
Speaking of monetary surprises, my birthday's next Sunday.
It is? Okay, then I'll pass it back to you.
No. And as many of you know, for my birthday, we've been doing donations for Innerfaith Spiritual Center. While Dr. Sharon isn't here, the bills still go on. And so we appreciate each Sunday that you keep donating. You know, last Sunday we had like over 600 people that were watching us.
And thank you so much for tuning in for our wonderful service and our message for you.
Grateful for that, because what I want you to know, what we want you to know, is it is your heart that we carry with us. And when we think of doing this, we're not just entertaining for you. We're here to actually to inspire you to be the best version that you can be.
Exactly.
So I'm going to sit down now.
Well, as I said, to heal, inspire, and prosper the world through love, prayer, and meditation. And that's what we want for you.
And don't forget to send your money.
And also, I want to send out blessings to all those out there today who are also celebrating their birthdays. You know, what's interesting is I live in a town where I know 9 people that have the same birthday as I. And I think that's just amazing to live in a place where you know so many people that you celebrate the same birthday today. I know we have out there, I saw that Cheetah Rivera, she's even celebrating her birthday today. So I sent a message to her and Liza Minnelli saying thank you so much for sharing this wonderful day with me. Thank you so much. Now, if you or anyone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box and know that our ministry of prayer will pray over it for 30 days, because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. We've seen it. And I also want to give you an update on Dr. Sharon. She's doing much, much better. I got a message from her daughter today, and she's responding and getting stronger every day. Thank you so much. Now, I know we have new viewers. Every week we have new people tuning in that are not quite sure what Interfaith Spiritual Center is all about. Well, I'm going to read you right now our mission statement of what we believe. We believe in God, the one power, presence, source, and substance of all that is, whose will for us is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe the power and presence of God is within us, and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our desires, beliefs, thoughts, words, and actions. We believe there are many paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe we are eternal and are given unlimited opportunities to succeed and attain our heartfelt desires and goals through prayer, meditation, and by practicing the principles of successful living. We believe that heaven is first a state of mind that we can attain now and forever. We believe in the law of life that states we get back what we give out. We believe that as our humanness gives way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arises in us, triumphant and victorious. And so it is. Thank you. Well, this is January. I always thought January was a special time. In my family, everything happened in January. Anniversaries, birthdays. My father used to just say, it's my month to get hit by everything and everybody, but it was a wonderful month that we could share my brother's birthday, anniversary. Today is also my mother's birthday. My mother passed 4 years ago, and we always celebrated our birthdays together. But one thing is wonderful. I have all these beautiful recordings from all my families that I kept from voicemails and wishing me happy birthday. So every year at my birthday, I can play those, and it's just like they're here still and wishing me a happy birthday. It's beautiful. So reason I told you that is that if you have that chance to keep those voicemails, if you have any, put them away in a file, because they are such precious memories that you can keep with you always. Now like I said, we're in the month of January, and our theme has been one life. I'm going to state our affirmation, and then if you'd like to repeat it after me. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is our life right here and right now. And so it is. Please join me if you feel free, if you feel led to. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is our life right here and right now. And so it is. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your kind attention. And I'm going to bring Reverend Damien up, who's going to give you a beautiful meditation. Thank you.
Once again, let's take a deep breath. When we take the deep breath, that helps us to center ourselves. And our mind is always going. There's always the monkey mind to an extent. But it kind of helps to clear that mind so that we can actually hear the divine between the words. Right now, as I'm standing here and we're gathered together, picture a beautiful garden. And in this garden, there's a little lady lighting a candle at this moment. Across the way is a Jew with a shawl who's saying his prayers. And if we look behind us, there's a Muslim that is on the rug, that prayer rug that is facing towards Mecca. And in a distance, I can see the young warrior from Africa dancing the traditional dance that they do to connect. The point is, as we all connect, as you connect with us right now. Jesus said it so perfectly when he said, peace, shalom, peace I give you. And as we connect with these other entities in the garden, let the peace that passeth any understanding keep your hearts at this moment. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Reverend Damien. And now we have a special guest with us today, Mark Anthony, and he's going to do our reading for us. Mark Anthony?
Hello, everyone. My prayers go out to Dr. Sharon, and happy birthday to Prince Fleet Easton. Not to forgive is to be imprisoned by the past, by old grievances that do not permit life to proceed with new business. Not to forgive is to yield oneself to another's control, to be locked into a sequence of act and response, of outrage and revenge, tit for tat, escalating always. The present is endlessly overwhelmed and devoured by the past. Forgiveness frees the forgiver. It extracts the forgiver from someone else's nightmare. And this is by Lance Morrow, the Chief, a memoir of fathers and sons. Peace, and so it is.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful reading. Thank you. It's the hardest thing to give away, and the last thing on your mind today. It always goes to those that don't deserve. It's the opposite of how you feel when the pain they cause is so real. It takes everything you have to say. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Flies in the face of all your pride. It moves away the mad inside. It always angers most worst memories. And even when the jury and the judge says you have the right to grudge, it whispers in your ear and sets you free. Forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness. It's forgiveness. Forgiveness. Show me how to love the unlovable. Show me how to reach the unreachable. Help me now to do the impossible. Oh, forgiveness. It's forgiveness. Help me now, oh, to do the impossible. It clears away the bitterness inside. It even sets a prisoner free. There's no end to what its power can do. So let it go and be amazed at what you see through the eyes of grace. The prisoner it sets free is you. Oh, forgiveness. the unlovable. Show me how to reach the unreachable. Show me now how to do the impossible. Oh, forgiveness. I wanna be set free. Show me how to see your mercy now. Help me now to give what you gave to me. Oh, forgiveness. It's forgiveness. 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 It's just that easy. Just to let go and forgive. And the one, it doesn't, you know, they always say it's like taking, when you carry anger, it's like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. The only one you're poisoning is yourself by carrying that anger. So let it go today and give forgiveness. Not for them, but for you. To set yourself free. To give you peace. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Reverend Damien Calmet, who's going to give you a beautiful lesson today. Thank you so much.
So my question for you today is, what's ruining your experience? What's causing you to get angry, upset, and carry all that baggage that you're carrying? Without forgiveness, we're constantly carrying around steamer trunks sometimes. Extra weight of hurt and the pain of our history. I often have heard people say, well, we just forgive and forget. Forgive, don't forget. Forgive and remember. When we remember, we get the lesson in it. And this is the Earth School. We're learning lessons. We're growing through life rather than going through life. One of the important things to remember about forgiveness is it doesn't ignore the truth of our suffering. Before we can do the act of forgiving, I believe we must become forgiveness. We walk in forgiveness. We talk in forgiveness. Now, before the COVID, I was speaking to a conference and doing a class of about 500 or so people in Seattle. And we came back from lunch, and this lady sat down in the front row, and I was getting ready to start my talk, and she jumped up and she said, "You and your damn $1,000 suit." She said, "You don't know a thing about life. You don't know a thing about what's troubling us. I took 3 buses to get here just to hear you and hear nothing." So I asked the audience, I said, do I have permission to work with this lady? And everybody said, yes. I'm still talking about forgiveness. When we think of forgiveness and speak of forgiveness, we often think of the terms of forgiving others. The disciples came to Jesus and they said, "Teach us to pray." Now remember, Jesus came to teach us how to be the expression of God in the flesh on this earth, to show us there's no difference between you and Jesus, okay? The same God in him, same God in you. So when he was teaching the disciples, using humanity as an explanation, because being humans, most humans do not get spiritual principles from a spiritual stance. They have to use a human experience to kind of frame it, and then hopefully they get it, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So he's using the Our Father, a human experience, although God has no gender, okay? So in using this, he goes down through the disciples' prayer, and there's a part that says, forgive us our trespasses as we proportionately, is what the original says, as we proportionately forgive those who trespass against us. An interesting thing here. The forgiveness that we experience from the universal godness and the godness that is inside of us is in proportion to the amount that we're willing to let go other people's indiscretions, other people's trespasses. The truth is, when I judge you, I'm judging me. And if I don't judge me, I'm not going to judge you. If I forgive myself for the sorrows, the pains, the hurts that I've caused others and caused myself through my thoughts, through my words, through my actions, through my deeds, then I can look passionately upon you. And when something happens, I can say, forgiveness. Doesn't mean that you have to be besties again. You know, Judge Judy, I watch her occasionally, and so the lady, she loaned her boyfriend $500, right? And he didn't pay the money back. So then, 2 weeks later, she loaned him another $500, okay? And 2 weeks later, she loaned him another $350. And Judy says, if he didn't pay you back the first time, what are you doing loaning him the money again? It's the same thing with forgiveness. When an offense is created, we just do not go to that area with that person again. We do not do the same thing again. Remember, all thoughts are energy, and energy creates some type of form. To forgive does not mean that we condone the action. With forgiveness, our victim identity dissolves. Our true power emerges in us and through us, and instead of blaming the darkness or blaming somebody, we bring light into the situation. We bring the love into the situation, the godness in us, through us, that is us. When we spend more time being angry and hurt and upset, we pretty much put a barricade against the door of what's possible in our lives. Now, it's easy to talk about forgiveness. But forgiveness eventually leads to acceptance. I remember when I was a young minister, and I've always been colorful, okay? And at this time I was doing these big crusades, and I went to the city of Oakland to do a crusade. And the pastor that was leading it, he would have lunch with me and he'd say, how come all of you that have this type of ministry all have homosexual tendencies? And I didn't quite get what he was asking, because that's not where my mindset was. That was not where my bubble was. And I hadn't even slept with a man or thought of sleeping with a man, whatever that happens to be. And abruptly, he closed the meetings and went to the district superintendent, who he was a relative of. The district called me in, took my license, took my ordination. I was booked for the next 3 years. Talk about forgiveness. I was booked for the next 3 years. It didn't take a week for all those bookings just to disappear. I went and I literally hid out with my grandmother. Hurt, disillusioned. How could I forgive something that's destroyed my livelihood, that's destroyed my name? And Grandma says, honey, stay sweet in your spirit, keep your mouth shut. Those who love you need no explanation. Those who don't, they want to build a fire. Sometimes when it comes to forgiveness, we tell too much of the story of who did wrong to us, and we put gasoline on the fire. Keep your mouth shut. Then we begin to talk love, acceptance, forgiveness, and we begin to see the God consciousness in everybody, not the act that happened. For years, I'm talking about years, I moved on. Yes, I moved on. But I swept the hurt under the carpet. When I went to church, it wasn't the same, because I wasn't feeling it, because I wasn't being it. I wasn't forgiving. I didn't want to forgive. Acceptance means that you know, from here to here, you know, regardless of what happened, that there is something bigger than you at work. Man, how could this be meant for my good? Nothing can come out of this except an ego maneuver, an ego change, a forgiveness restoring my faith, rebuilding my trust, opening up my heart to a power really greater than myself, which was the power of love. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is simply denying your pain the right to control your life. Forgiveness is not always easy, believe me. And at times it feels more painful than the wound we actually suffered. To forgive the one who inflicted it, and yet there is no peace without forgiveness. We all want to be in peace. We have to forgive. We have to become that forgiveness. Now, I've told the story, and I'm telling the story briefly again. I was caught in the tsunami of 2004, and my business manager, my agent that was like my sister to me, while I was gone for about 4 years, took about $900,000. I came back to the United States to find out that I was going to be homeless and had no money. Forgiveness? How can you forgive when they've done you wrong? I began to, in my daily meditation, daily prayer, oh God, create in me a clean heart, renew a right spirit within me. The forgiveness kept coming up. Forgiveness from that, when that minister had done me wrong back when. Forgiveness when I was a child. All of that began to come. And you know, I made my way to that woman's house. And in the Course in Miracles, there is what is called the holy instant. I took a gift to her. Although I was homeless, I managed to collect pop bottles and stuff to get money to take the gift to her. Handed it to her, and as I handed it to her, I said, "This is saying goodbye." I walked out, and 1,000 million tons of bricks lifted off of my shoulders. I danced, I sang, all the way back to the bus I had to take to get to the train, to get there to the buses after that. Slept in the doorway with 2 guys that night, still homeless. It was in that instant that the Course in Miracles calls the holy instant, that you do not see the offense. All you see is God. All you see is love. I looked at that woman. I did not see the offense. I did not see, there was no animosity, no bitterness, no anything there. There was none of this. All I saw was God standing there. And my friends, when we forgive like that, like Christ taught us to forgive, then we really can say, this is my brother, this is my sister, realizing that I am not seeing more of God than you do. You see just as much as God as I do. It's the experience that we grow through in these times that make our experience deeper and more meaningful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reverend Damien. I love this song, a beautiful song written by Daniel Nahman. Just like me. You've had to be strong for so long. You don't remember who you are. But when I see you, I see myself too. I know the child that's hidden in your heart. You're only human like me. You're lonely sometimes like me. You're longing for love like me. You're just like me. I know the ones who most hurt you are those you've trusted most of all. But to forgive them is to live again and heal the heart of that child so small. You're only human like me. You're lonely sometimes like me. You're longing for love like me. You see, you're just like me. We cry for a safe place, a quiet space to be, where a soul be strong for so long. You don't remember who you are, but when I see myself too. You see, I know that child that's hidden in your heart. You're only human like me. You're lonely sometimes like me. You're longing for love like me. You're just like me. Oh, you see, you're just like me. You're just like me. Isn't that a beautiful song? Thank you, Daniel, for writing such a beautiful song. I love singing that. That song touches my soul and touches my heart. And I hope it touched yours today. Now's the time that we're going to take our offering. You know, like Dr. Sharon says every week, you know, we haven't had a building to meet in now for, gosh, what, almost 2.5 years now. And our only offerings we receive is the donations that you send to us. And those donations are so greatly appreciated because they fill all the needs here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. You know, we still go on, we still have bills to pay and things to take care of. So your generosity is so wonderfully helpful. As I always say, when you give to God, you're giving to yourself. All right, let's rub our hands together here. We're going to activate the 5 elements of the universe: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Let's take our offering in our hand and say, with this gift, I give to myself. In giving to myself, I'm giving to God. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine. And so it is. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Oh, thank you so much. And I see all your wonderful comments popping up. Thank you, Josh, for the wonderful birthday blessing. I just worked on a movie that he's directing and written called Team of Two. Thank you, everyone, for all your beautiful birthday wishes. I see Richard there. Thank you, Richard, for that. And thank you, Linda. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Catlin Day. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. And once again, thank you for your donation to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. As I always say, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Well, now is the time. We have our closing song. You know, we used to have another song, but Dr. Sharon thought this would be a beautiful song for us to sing at the closing of our services for the online services. Shower the people with love you love. So you go out and do that today, all right? Thank you so much once again for joining us today. While you can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me how you gonna stand there with a broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. You know one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, do it twice. And just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You know you can run, but you can't hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself, all alone. You know, once you tell somebody the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I guess it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel. Squeak, squeak, always getting the grease. So you better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Oh, hello Marlene, thank you for joining us. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Welcome, Jody. It's so good to see you. Shower the people you love with love. Make it rain. Welcome, Kenneth. Oh, just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Oh, thank you everyone for the beautiful birthday blessings. As I said in the beginning of the service, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. Thank you, Alicia. Oh, we love you and we miss you. Well, one day we hope we can all be together again. Well, it's that time, and I want to say thank you so much for joining us today right here at Innerfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide's online service. I'm saying it one more time. Wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you're welcome, loved, and accepted. We love you, and we love having you here as a part of our family every Sunday morning. Now, you go out and have a beautiful, blessed day. Whatever you're celebrating, I know I'm going out. I'm going out and have dinner with my friends. So you take care. God bless until next week. I'm going to throw you a big kiss. How about that? Mwah! Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.